Hey guys, it's Brian here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you a fun little challenge that I've done for myself. If you watched my welcome back video, then you know that one of my video ideas was that I was going to try out monster romances. So I have read 5 in the past week and a half or so, and I want to go ahead and talk about my thoughts about them. If you guys enjoy this video, if you want to see more of my thoughts and feels of the monster genre, definitely let me know down below, because I would love to do like a part 2 or like a follow-up video trying out more books, because I had to kind of just stop and take a break and read some other books that I wanted to get to. But I definitely want to go ahead and give you guys an update with the 5 that I've read so far. I'm very excited to talk about these 5 because I really enjoyed them. So let's go ahead and jump in, because I do want to make this a pretty short video. I don't want to sit here and ramble like I always do. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start with the very first book that I read, which is going to be Muscles and Monsters by Ashley Bennett. This is a new release. This is a girl who is a baker and has to, I can't remember what she has to do, but then there is a gym across the street with our hero, who is obviously a wolf, and they kind of talk, and she's gonna come to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning, which more power to her. I don't know how she has the willpower to even get up that early. I hated being up at like 5:50 in the morning, so I'm not a morning person, so power to her. I thought that this was absolutely adorable. Our hero, his name is Atlas, and he is an absolute sweetheart. He was so sweet. He is a cinnamon roll hero by definition. He is an absolute gem. I adored him. He's probably a new favorite character for me. It was adorable. I definitely started off my little binge with a really good book. I cannot wait to read more from this author. Definitely a 5-star book for me. Absolutely adored it. The second book that I read was Girls Weekend by C.M. Nascosta, I think is how you pronounce it. I've never heard the name pronounced, so I'm not even sure if I'm even saying it correctly. This one is I don't even know how to describe it. So obviously by the title, obviously it's a girls weekend type trip, and her and her friends go to this like resort or whatever. I don't even know what to call it. And of course there's like orcs and different kinds of monster beings. This literally has no plot to the story. It's basically her going on a trip and basically sleeping with a bunch of different orcs and different kind of things. I enjoyed it overall. It wasn't really what I was expecting. I expected a little bit more to the story as in a plot. If you're looking for a steamy, very quick read, this is definitely it. Overall, I gave it a 3 stars because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting it to be. Next up, I read probably one of my most anticipated releases during this little binge was Stalked by the Kraken by Lillian Lark. And this book, y'all, was so good. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about a monster being a kraken, so that was a very interesting element. I'm still trying to process because I'm so used to people just being human form, so I was trying to process in my mind and envision a kraken. And I recently just watched the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy, the original trilogy, and all I can picture is this kraken. I don't know if y'all, I'm sure y'all have seen Pirates of the Caribbean, but if y'all have seen the kraken, then you know what I'm talking about. So I can't help but feel like envision that kind of kraken. It was very entertaining, but overall I really enjoyed this book. I would give it a 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed the storyline for this. We were set in like this, they call it like a bathhouse. So basically, if y'all have seen, I haven't read them yet, but I get the feels of the new Prey series by Sarah Kate. It's where it's like this sex club and everybody can come and, you know, fill out their fantasies and stuff. The Boathouse has kind of that same vibe to it. This is a series. I think book 3 is coming out soon. Actually, no, it was a novella. It is in between book 1 and book 2. It just released, so if you guys are seeing this, it's about a week later. It's a very interesting, so our main heroine, she is like one of the owners of this company. So our main character comes in and she's like, you know what? Why not? Let's just try it. and they obviously develop a relationship from there. I really enjoyed this book. Like I said, definitely a 4.5 out of it. The next book in the series is called Deceived by the Gargoyles, and this one is a MMMF relationship. This obviously, they're all gargoyles, and they have all three men have already been in a relationship. They all kind of like are in the same clan together, and they've already formed this relationship, so they want to add in a female into their relationship, and that's where we meet our heroine. I don't remember if we meet the heroine in the previous book. I'm so bad with those little details, I couldn't tell you. I would have to say at this point, with my 4th monster book, this was hands down my favorite out of the series. I really liked that all three gargoyles already had a relationship into this relationship, and Elliot, one of the gargoyles, is like, you know what, let me go find, you know, a female, which is where we get our heroine from. And just seeing them form a relationship out of all of this, I love this book so much. I probably couldn't tell you who my favorite was. That's kind of hard to decide, so if I ever come to that decision, I'll let y'all know. The 5th and very interesting book that I would have to say I was the most curious about was Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nacosta. I'm probably butchering that name. This is obviously the same author as Girls Weekend. This one is a little bit more lengthier, and in my opinion has way more of a plot to it. If you guys have heard of this book, especially through TikTok, this book has a very interesting premise. Needless to say, obviously if you think of cows and how you get milk, well, think about it in monster form, except it's not getting milk. It is a very weird and interesting book, but I surprisingly enjoyed this book. We have a centaur who is our hero in the story, and our heroine is just got a job at this new company or whatever to do these types of things to these monsters, and it's very entertaining to see how she kind of is like taken aback by like what exactly this entails and what this company does for these monsters. I'm not gonna lie, this was an extremely entertaining read. Like I said, this one was a lot of fun. This is probably my 2nd favorite book that I've read. It is definitely a 5-star book for me. Like I said, it definitely had a lot more plot than the previous book, Girls Weekend. I really enjoyed this book. I look forward to reading more from this author because, like I said, it's very entertaining. So those are the 5 books that I've read in the past week and a half for trying out monster romances. Previously, I've read A Lady at Rooksgrave Manor by Catherine Moon. This is a reverse harem monster romance, so it kind of delved into 2 genres that I'm recently getting into. I've read a few more reverse harems in, you know, the past few months. I am definitely a fan of the genre. If you guys would like to see me do a reaction video to reading more reverse harems or even monster romances, definitely let me know down below what you guys think. My next genre that I do want to try out that I have not read from yet is omegaverse, and I'm really excited about that. One of my best friends, Monica, that's like her go-to genre, except she reads more of like the male-male relationships. I've tried it in the past, so yes, I haven't read omegaverse, but I'm gonna give it another shot, just reading, you know, male, female, that kind of stuff, and then I'll try out MM again and see if I like it, because now that I've kind of delved into the monster romances, I want to see if I can enjoy omegaverse. I'm very curious. I'm always willing to try any type of book and see if I like it or not. It's been a really fun challenge for me in the last couple of years to see what I actually enjoy. I'd never thought that I would like thrillers, and here I am. I adore thrillers. It's not obviously my most read genre, but I do like to read them every now and then, and it's very entertaining. I'm gonna stop rambling. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely let me know. I had a lot of fun kind of planning this out. This has been an idea for months, and I'm excited that I finally got to dive into it. I'm excited to dive into omegaverse. I'm excited to try out more reverse harem. I'm excited to try out more monster romances. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.